Okay, here we are for the injury report that previews our game against the Hawks at Giants Stadium in New South Wales. We're here on our hub, our first leg of our hub in New South Wales for 5 days. We'll play the Hawks and then we'll fly out to WA on Saturday, the day after the game, and we'll be there for 3 weeks to prepare for the 3 games that we're scheduled against the 2 West Australian teams plus Geelong. But it just gives a little bit of a preamble into leading up to why we're in New South Wales. But again, I can say with some sort of or degree of pleasure that our injury list remains quite short, and that's good. A bit of an update on Jeremy Howe. He had his operation. The surgeon is quite more than happy with the result. As we said at the time, it's a months rather than weeks injury, but we hope that given the uncertainty of the season in terms of the length and whether there will be recesses or not, there's the upside of an extended season would be that Jeremy would be pushing his chances to resume, and that's a good thing later in the year. Levi Greenwood, probably only 1 to 2 weeks away from resuming in some of the match simulation. He's making good progress, and he gets a couple of weeks of full training under his belt, and we'll see him available for some match competition, and that'll be good. And Tommy Langdon, pleasingly, is in exactly the same boat. He's performed quite well in some of the running and some of the early footy drills. He will be in the same boat as Levi. As I said, in the 1 to 2 weeks, we'll see him joining in the match simulation, so that's great news. We mentioned Ben Reid last week. He did play in a match simulation against Essendon, so that's great. He's up and going and continuing on with his the comeback from that calf injury. And the last but not least, Trey Roscoe, first week of a hamstring injury, 7 or 8 days into that rehab. Probably, as I mentioned last week, it's about a 3-week recovery period. So he's about a third of the way through that. But other than that, that's all we have, and we'll see you at the other side of the Hawthorn game as we head to WA.